Welcome, everyone. Dr. Mandell here. Hopefully, you are staying safe, having a beautiful day or night, regardless of where you are. This program, I think you'll enjoy. I think you'll get a lot out of it. We're not going to keep it too long, but what I will do first, we will get many people coming into the chat room as we are streaming live worldwide. I will post the link to come on the platform. Only people are allowed on the platform if you want to tell others about your simple weight strategy or story. About a minute. We're going to keep it real short. If there's something that you did that helped you lose weight, this is what this program is all about. This is basically which is better, weight loss or fat loss. I'm sure many of you know that, but I will reinforce that and tell you the facts behind the message. So I will go ahead and again give you the link. And the people who would like to come on the platform are only the ones that's going to mention something about their weight loss experience or something that maybe you can teach or explain or share with the millions of people out there throughout the world. So we're going to keep this strictly on weight loss. No other questions, please. And I will repeat this because we'll be getting other people coming through this chat in just a few minutes. But we look at weight loss, we're looking at the decrease of our overall body weight versus fat loss refers to the weight loss that occurs specifically from losses in fat mass. So if you go on the scale and you see, you're down a tremendous amount of weight, how do you really know if it's coming from fat or something else? And I'm going to explain that in just a second. But let me go ahead and just mention to you something very important. We call the basal metabolic rate. Basal metabolic rate is a calculation that we use for the person's height, their age, their weight, and gender. And basically, this is the number of calories that our body burns per day as if we were in a 24-hour resting state. In other words, our body requires energy to allow our heart to beat, our lungs to breathe, our digestion to work, our enzymes and hormones to function throughout our body. So this is an average number that for a woman, yours is approximately 1,500 calories. That's how many your body burns doing nothing per day in 24 hours. And men, you're about 1,700, give or take. It's just an estimation because people want to know how many calories my body burns doing nothing. Now, I want you to understand that a pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So if your body burns, men, let's say woman, we'll use woman right now, let's say 1,500 calories your body's burning doing nothing, and you can have a deficit of 3,500 calories with the foods that you eat over the next several days, you're going to lose a pound of fat. But if you gain 3,500 calories more after your BMR is working, you're going to gain a pound of fat. So you can kind of get the hint of where we're coming from. So my question for you is that which weighs more, a pound of fat or a pound of muscle? And I'll look in the chatters out there. Let me know, what do you think weighs more? And I'll put you up there real quick. A pound of fat or a pound of muscle? All right, what do you think? Go ahead and put it in the chat room. And let's just make this a little bit entertaining. I want to say hello there over there from Philippines. Mary Ann, nice to have you here. So tell me which one you think weighs more. Okay, so here is Cause, says muscle. Maximus says muscle. Tina says muscle. Okay, you see the different opinions here we got. Claudia says fat. All right, you can just see this. Just to give you an idea. Now here's a different one. Rick Levitt says they weigh the same. Well, guess what, guys? Rick has won the grand prize because that's correct. Thank you, Rick. We appreciate that very much. I want to say hello to Aileen out there from Canada. If I have a pound of feathers or a pound of sand, they're going to weigh the same, correct? Okay, I'm glad that we're kind of on the same wavelength. Now, I see a lot of people doing this in the chat room, muscle, muscle, muscle. And you're on the right track right here because you're ahead of me. And let me just continue on and give you a little bit of more information because I made little notes here that I just want to cover a few very important things. And then what we'll do is that, again, I will, post the platform here about if you are or you have lost a tremendous amount of weight and you'd like to come on here and maybe give a little bit of insight to what you have done to get rid of your weight, or maybe a little something that you've noticed, that little hint that you can give our audience, come up on the platform. I left the stream there for you. So a lot of people today are eventually trying to lose weight really quick. And by losing weight too quick, that sometimes can be very harmful because um, when we lose weight too quick, understand that our carbs that we take in is about 3 times the amount of water that we store as compared to any other macronutrient. So the more carbs that we take in, the more fluid we hold on to. So that means for people who go on keto or people who eat a low carb diet, initially when you go on those diets, you're going to lose a ton of body weight, but you're not losing necessarily fat. All right. Because remember, when you lose carbs, you lose water weight. And for people who are dehydrated, don't drink enough water, you are actually making it more difficult because your muscles need to retain that fluid or that water for the muscles to become active and to work strong. There's a lot of little things I want to go over. I'm kind of telling it my own way because there's so much I want to get out. But let me just mention the weight loss. Obviously, we look at this. It's a decrease of weight, regardless if we're losing water weight, if we're losing muscle, which is lean body weight, if we're losing fat or any other kind of weight. But the difference between lean body weight and fat is that lean body weight is muscle and fat is fat. So the problem here is that I want you to look at the muscle as your furnace. The muscle requires much more calories within the body to fulfill the metabolism of the muscle versus the fat. Some people say up to 50 calories per pound of muscle, and versus fat maybe 3 calories. Now, there are different scientists that may say 30 calories for muscle and 3 calories for fat, or 40 calories for muscle. So all I can tell you is this: you're going to burn a lot more calories for your body at rest having muscle, lean body weight, than having fat. The other thing is that when you lose lean body weight, which is your muscle, this makes it more apt for you to have insulin resistance, because your fuel of that muscle can help fuel that extra glucose in your body versus fat. If you have more fat, then you have to rely strictly on your insulin levels secreted from the pancreas, because by having more lean body weight or muscle is that this glucose can sometimes get into the cells of those muscles throughout the body without insulin. And that's why they say the best thing in the world for you is exercise, particularly for those who are insulin resistant, pre-diabetic, or even diabetic. So exercise is a big one. And if you lose muscle mass, which we all do after the age of 25 or 30, and we keep losing a pound, more and more and more, that's what happens when we lose weight, is that we're losing lean body weight as we're losing our fat. So the key thing is that when you diet, you must exercise, or you must do some type of resistant exercise, either bands, light squats, walking, utilizing your muscles, or they're going to get weaker, they're going to waste away, and you're eventually going to look for problems. Now, we look for carbs. As we said, the carbohydrates, which retains 3 times the amount of water than any type of macronutrient. So by cutting down on carbs, you automatically will lose lots of weight. So it's a little tip for you that if you want to go out, you want to look good, cut the carbs out, and you'll see in no time you'll be getting into that dress, or that skirt, or those tight jeans, whatever it is. Now, from a fat loss, we call it lipolysis. And lipolysis is the breaking down of fat lipids and triglycerides within our body. And when we put our body into a state of aerobic exercise, a high interval training, when we have to, run, stop, or work out, stop, and we get our heart rate up, and we lose, and then we let it rest, we get it back up, we let it rest, we're increasing the mitochondrial function. This is where we can eventually regulate more of the lipolytic enzymes that will actually help us shed fat quicker. But if you're losing fat too quick, okay, that's a problem, because you're not losing fat like you think you are. You're losing lean body weight, you're losing water weight, and it is important to stay hydrated. Let's head over for Bonnie. Hello there, Bonnie.
Hello, that's Mandell.
And how are you, sweetheart?
Good.
What would you like to say?
About 5 years ago, I lost 63 pounds in about 6 months.
Wait. I want to hear that again. You were 63 pounds.
Yes, my heaviest was 213, and I've kept 53 off for the last 5 years.
How did you do it?
Well, I basically, for breakfast, I had oatmeal or yogurt. For lunch, I had a protein, a salad, a vegetable, and a fruit. Same thing for dinner. I had protein, vegetable, salad, and fruit. And I immediately started on my exercise bicycle. And after I got used to it, I had to go on it at least 5 times a week. And
So
it was obvious. You don't want to overdo anything.
that's
It
correct.
was good. Yeah.
Good for you. And
Yeah.
if there's one thing that you would say to the community out there, the people throughout the world, from your experience, what would it be just in a real short statement about them losing weight? Because weight loss is a serious disease. It's a serious problem. It leads to insulin resistance. It leads to cardiovascular disease. It leads to many other immune dysfunction as well as cancers. And it's a very serious thing, and we have to take it serious, particularly as we get
Right.
older, because it does affect our immune system. What quickly would you say in a real short statement to them?
Well, the best advice I could give is you live to you eat to live. You don't live to eat.
Very good. I'll take that. God bless you, sweetheart, and thank you for participating with us because it meant a lot.
Thank you.
All right, blessings to you, and stay
All
well.
right. Bye bye.
Okay. That was beautiful. I will go ahead and put the link up there again. If there's anything that you wanted to quickly make a statement, particularly to maybe something you've been taking, drinking, doing, that is very, very important. So, theoretically, people are still saying which is better. There's no question that losing fat is more healthier than losing weight. All right. Because remember, as you lose lean body weight, which is muscle, it's going to slow your metabolic rate down. It's going to slow your metabolism down. And by losing muscle, you are then affecting or putting an effect, particularly with insulin resistance, because having lots of lean body weight, I'm not talking about being a bodybuilder, but just having toned muscle, will make you look toner. It will make you look slimmer. Remember, a pound of fat is the same thing as a pound of muscle. It weighs the same. But the metabolic function of a muscle is tremendously different for our body. It's very good for the heart, very good for our cholesterol, very good for our sugar, very good for our enzymes, very good for our hormones. When we store too much fat, then we start having particular chemicals. These negative chemicals are secreted in the body that can lead to more inflammatory problems because fat leads to inflammation. And inflammation leads to cardiovascular disease. Inflammation leads to diabetes. Inflammation leads to autoimmune dysfunction. Inflammation leads to hormonal dysfunction. Inflammation is the killer in every particular kind of disease. So it is so important that remember, it's the ghrelin. The ghrelin is what's going to make you want to crave for more food. And if you're living on sugar, eating too much refined carbohydrates, eating too much enriched boxed foods, your ghrelin levels are going to shoot up, and the ghrelin levels are your hunger hormone. You're just going to want to eat and eat and eat until you become satisfied, which you're never really going to become satisfied. But your leptin levels will shoot up once you start eating your natural fibers, your fruits and your vegetables, even your healthy whole grains, and eating your good fats like your avocados, your olive oils. All those good fats are so healthy because the key thing in regulating weight is satiety. It's not craving. It's not hunger pain. Because remember, those people who don't sleep enough at night are going to crave much more food and you're going to get over fat. Let's go ahead and head to Natalie first. Hello, Natalie. How are you, sweetheart? I see you mute. See if I can unmute you. Okay, let's try. Can you unmute yourself, Natalie? Okay, we lost Natalie. Hello, Lisa. Hi there.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Any words of wisdom you can share today?
49, perimenopausal. Haven't been able to lose a pound, gained a lot of weight in the middle, and finally came across a protocol that has been the only thing to work. I did keto, I cut out food groups, but in the last 4 months, I've really cut out my processed foods. I do a diet of 80-20, try to keep it clean 80, get 20 processed foods. I my diet, my daily intake consists of 35% fat, 35% carbs, and about 30% protein for a calorie value of about just under 1700.
Good.
I've lost 18 pounds using that
Beautiful.
moderation and low impact 30 minutes of walking every day, along with about 2 or 3 days of some strength training. And it's been a game changer. It's been
Yeah,
key.
and I think one of the most important things that people need to understand, they look at strength training, they think they have to go to the gym every day.
Oh, no.
No, 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 no. Realize that when we break down muscle, the
Hmm.
body needs time to heal and repair muscle.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
don't think that more is better because it's not. If you
Right.
exercise 2, 3 times a week and you spread it out, and you're breaking down muscle with some light resistance, your
Absolutely.
body is going to show magic. It's going to do wonders for you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all I can say is that it's been amazing. Everybody's locked up at home, so all the workouts I do are at home. I walk, I do a fitness walking program on YouTube, and I do some strength training through, and it's only really 35 minutes a day. 18 pounds, and I'm feeling great.
Good for you. So
So,
proud to hear it. And thank you so much because that's great information. We're going to be sharing this whole video again. So thank you for taking the courage, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to thank you as well. And keep in
thanks for
touch.
having me. If I can help, thank you.
Great. Thank
You're
you
a
so much.
wonderful resource. Have a good one.
Thank you. And let's head over to beautiful Cindy over here. Hello, Cindy.
Hi. Hello, how are you, Dr. Mandell?
Good. And what type of good words of wisdom can you share?
I concur with what Lisa was saying about the 80-20 diet. That's kind of what I've been sticking with. And the exercise. Since last June, I've lost 27 pounds. And walk every day that I can. I even did the Couch to 5K program on my phone and did that. I just kind of change it up so I don't get bored with it. And
That's one of the most important things with exercise is that the reason why most people don't exercise is because they don't have no drive to exercise. But you have to change it up. You have to make it entertaining. You have to maybe go out and walk with a friend, go with someone to the gym, try to motivate each other. That's the part of the motivation. Or put some headphones on or do something you enjoy to listen to that can get you going. It's not easy just to get up and go to the gym all the time. It's dedication, but you have to enjoy it. Correct.
And I've also added some things that you talked about a week ago, the spirulina. I talked about a question about that. I've added that to my diet, and it gave me a lot of energy to complete what I needed to complete. So that's one thing that I have really enjoyed as far as adding to my supplements. I've tried a lot of different things, and that one seemed to boost my energy a whole lot and kind of lifted my mood. So
Start putting a little green tea. Little green tea if you enjoy it. Put a little lemon, maybe a little honey. That will really boost you up. And start firing up a little bit of cayenne pepper if you like a little bit on your food. That will boost you up again. Those are the two favorite ones. But people out there that are really looking to get that extra metabolic change, that will really spark it up. We thank you so much, Cindy.
all right, thank you, Dr. Mandell.
All right. Beautiful. Beautifully said, beautifully done. I can't top it. I want to thank all of you. We're going to be heading out. And I think that this is what we want to make our whole point is that we want to make sure that we're building that lean body weight, that to keep that metabolic rate up high. And remember, you must hydrate because the more hydrated you are, the easier it is for your body to burn that fat. When you have that water is like a vehicle. It helps increase your metabolic rate, helps increase metabolism, helps increase satiety, and it will keep you more full and keep you more satiated, obviously. And that's going to really help you lose that weight. But anyways, I want to say thank you. This will be put back on our channel. So please share it. And if you've not subscribed, I'm going to ask you, please do so. Why? There's only one reason. I want to see good health and long lives for you and your family. The only reason. There's no other reason. And if I can continue to be an asset to help you, your loved ones, and family, that's a blessing for me to be able to do so. So anyways, I want to say God bless to everyone. Stay very, very safe. We love all of you. Keep up the great work. Continue to stay proactive, and we will have many more of these. God bless.